Rendering tech is really, it's all the technology that lets our artists create beautiful worlds. A lot of the decisions we've made with rendering tech has been more about creating things that maybe our artists didn't think was possible and trying to get them to do something really cool.
We start with an initial concept, then we rough out environments that we called gray mesh environments, which are just simple shapes. That's the stage at which we decide where things go and how the flow will work, and we get a sense for what the environments will be like. As we have that baseline, we can build gameplay on top of it and make sure that we're making the most cohesive, crafted experience possible.
When we think about rendering technology, we're actually talking about the look and feel of the game. And Skylanders has a very distinct look and feel. So when we are building the technology for it, it's not just about the core graphics technology, it's also about the artistic style and visual design. And our artists work very closely with our programmers to get that unique look.
Early on, it's all about trying to figure out what the visual direction is going to be, what is it that our artists want to create.
Coming into SuperChargers, we were already kind of a refined machine developing tools specifically for cinematic rendering, working with our engineer department and our visual tech team to create new and exciting visual tech to help complement the art that we're creating on the cinematic side.
Look at me, Longshanks! I'm so undeniably regal!
We have a lot of really excellent tools. Tools like our alchemy system allow me to really quickly and rapidly prototype what I want to do in the game and see how gameplay will work in real time in many cases.
On top of that, what kinds of technology we can add to inspire them to do interesting things, what kinds of things are important for the gameplay itself. We are talking about making something that is more like an animated movie or a cartoon, not a realistic game. So we really want to sell that fantasy of what would it be like to, play in that cartoon, like be a part of that. And so rendering really factors into how it feels when you're in the environment. You see that especially with various moments in our cinematics and then throughout all the characters and the vehicles. The smoke that comes out of their exhausts and lightning and flames and all of those really magical and crazy experiences that you would expect out of Skylanders. We don't want to make a vehicle specifically that it looks and feels like something you would necessarily see in the real world. We want it to be something really magical in this fantasy world.
That's awesome!
And when you look at it, you're like, that's a Skylanders game. Skylands and its characters have that distinctive look.
For SuperChargers, we developed a lot of new technologies. One of them was cloud rendering, and this is something that we've always wanted to do because it's Skylanders and we're in the sky. We didn't really know how far we could push that, and so we spent a lot of effort making really beautiful and interactive clouds, which ultimately inspired our design team to create an entire level about interacting with those clouds.
So for example, we have the Skylands level where the clouds are immersive and around you. These volumetric clouds part as you move around, and that is actually very much tied to gameplay. So we have hidden areas, treasures and secrets. We have enemies that are hiding behind the clouds. We have enemies that eat the clouds and become bigger and more powerful, so you have to defeat them before they get bigger and bigger.
I knew as soon as I saw what our engine can do that we could create beautiful art through this game engine.
So graphics is not just about making it look beautiful, but how it impacts gameplay.
Let me see. Wow!
It's this world where almost anything goes. I think that's one of the big reasons I love Skylanders.
That could work. Magic Colonel back to the Academy.
Well done.
Really here.
awesome!